Have you ever wondered how deep the rabbit hole of cryptocurrency scams goes? The impact is staggering, rippling across the globe and affecting millions. High-profile cases like the infamous BitConnect and the billion-dollar-plus token scandal serve as stark reminders of the potential pitfalls in the crypto space. The losses are astronomical, with billions of dollars swindled from unsuspecting investors, and it's not just about the money. The human cost is considerable too. Countless individuals have seen their savings wiped out, their dreams shattered. This has led to a wave of skepticism about cryptocurrencies, casting a shadow over the entire industry. These scams have also caught the attention of regulators worldwide, forcing them to confront the complex question of how to govern this digital frontier. This has led to a flurry of new legislation, as countries grapple with the challenge of protecting their citizens, while also fostering innovation. The world of cryptocurrencies is rife with scams, and the consequences are far-reaching. To understand the extent of crypto scams, we need to travel back to the inception of cryptocurrencies. The year was 2009. A mysterious entity, Satoshi Nakamoto, introduced Bitcoin to the world. This marked the birth of cryptocurrencies, a new form of digital money that promised decentralization and freedom from traditional financial institutions. But with every new innovation comes new opportunities for exploitation. The dawn of cryptocurrencies was also the dawn of crypto scams. The first recorded scams were simple, yet effective. Ponzi schemes started to surface, promising high returns and exploiting the lack of understanding about this new form of currency. People were lured with the promise of quick profits and ended up losing their investments. Then came the era of initial coin offerings, or ICOs, a way for crypto startups to raise funds. However, not all were genuine. Fake ICOs began to emerge, masquerading as legitimate enterprises. They would create a compelling story, often with a polished white paper and a professional-looking website, only to disappear once they had collected enough funds. In parallel, phishing attacks became widespread. Scammers would send emails or messages pretending to be from a reputable crypto exchange or wallet provider. These messages would often contain a link that, when clicked, would take the victim to a fake website where they would be tricked into providing their login credentials. And who can forget the infamous Mt. Gox hack? In 2014, Mt. Gox, then the biggest Bitcoin exchange, was hacked. Over 700,000 Bitcoins were stolen, marking one of the largest losses in cryptocurrency history. From Ponzi schemes to fake ICOs, from phishing attacks to massive hacks, the early days of crypto were a wild west. But it wasn't all chaos and loss. These incidents served as a wake-up call for the industry to enforce better security and regulations. As cryptocurrencies evolved, so did the scams, becoming increasingly sophisticated. As we moved into the era of altcoins and ICOs, the scams took on a new form. With the advent of these alternative currencies and initial coin offerings, the crypto landscape was no longer restricted to Bitcoin. This fertile ground gave rise to an alarming number of scams, each more ingenious and deceptive than the last. The promise of quick and massive returns lured many into the trap of pump-and-dump schemes. Here, the scammers would inflate the price of an altcoin they owned by spreading misleading or outright false information. Once the price soared, they would sell off their coins, causing the price to plummet and leaving unsuspecting investors with worthless assets. Then came the notorious exit scams. Under the guise of ICOs, swindlers would collect funds from investors for a project that either didn't exist or had no intention of seeing the light of day. Once they amassed a substantial amount, they would vanish without a trace, leaving a trail of financial ruin and broken dreams. Fake exchanges also became a common ploy. These platforms would mimic legitimate exchanges, promising lower fees or exclusive trading opportunities. Unsuspecting users would deposit their cryptocurrencies into these platforms, only to find out too late that they had essentially handed over their funds to fraudsters. High-profile cases like BitConnect and Centratech underscore the severity of these scams. BitConnect, once a top 20 cryptocurrency, collapsed overnight when it was exposed as a Ponzi scheme, erasing more than $1 billion of investor wealth. Centratech, on the other hand, was an ICO scam that duped investors, including high-profile celebrities, into pouring millions into a non-existent project. These instances serve as stark reminders of the risks inherent in the crypto world. Despite the increasing awareness and regulatory measures, crypto scams continue to wreak havoc. The landscape of crypto scams has evolved, and so must our vigilance. As we delve deeper into this digital frontier, it's crucial to remember that not all that glitters is gold, or in this case, not all that glimmers is crypto. Fast forward to today, the landscape of crypto scams has become even more complex. The advent of decentralized finance, or DeFi, has given rise to a new breed of scams. Rug pulls where developers abandon a project after raising funds have become all too common. Then there's the burgeoning world of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. Scammers are exploiting the hype, selling worthless tokens disguised as unique digital art. And let's not forget about social media scams. Fraudsters are using platforms like Twitter and Instagram to impersonate celebrities or influencers, tricking followers into sending them cryptocurrency. Speaking of celebrities, some have been roped into promoting dubious projects, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their endorsement gives these projects a veneer of legitimacy, leading many unsuspecting investors down a path of financial ruin. Crypto scams have come a long way, and they show no signs of slowing down. The aftermath of these scams is devastating, but there is hope for prevention. The scars left by these deceptive practices are not only financial but also emotional, often leaving victims in a state of despair and distrust. The impact reverberates throughout the entire crypto community, casting a shadow on the potential of this revolutionary technology. However, there are measures to prevent these scams. Education is the first line of defense. By understanding the technology in the market, one can better identify red flags. Regulatory bodies worldwide are also stepping up their efforts to protect investors. They're implementing stricter rules for crypto exchanges and initial coin offerings, aiming to weed out fraudulent activities. Technological tools can also help. Blockchain analysis software, for example, can trace suspicious transactions, providing an added layer of security. Remember, always do your due diligence before investing in any crypto project. In the wild west of cryptocurrencies, vigilance and skepticism are your best allies against scams.